afternoon or evening or morning or whenever you're viewing this.
I know they view it at different times of the day. I get up in the morning and there can be lots and lots of comments. And I'm thinking, where do these come from? And then you don't realise that people are in different parts of the world and they're like watching it in their daytime.
Yeah.
And I'm fast asleep. Well, you didn't bring your shells, did you? Did you not do any more?
No, I've had a couple of days off work and I don't know what I've done with my time. You know, you have those sort of...
You didn't make me any buns either.
No, I haven't.
No. I was trying to coerce her into making me some buns. Because she's always making buns for the grandchildren and then she gives this excuse that they eat them all. You could sneak a couple in the freezer before they get there.
Right, I shall...
Then, because just then if you're not baking when you come to see me, you could get them out of the freezer.
Right, so...
Just for me, because I like homemade.
Well, I should consider myself told because I had the girls last night, picked them up after school, and Megan says to me, Gran, you've not baked for ages.
Oh, that's two
so
people.
I have no excuse now, so next week I'm going to have to bake.
You are?
Yeah.
And if you're not coming next week, you need to put my 2 in the freezer.
Right. Although I would prefer to bring them fresh.
Well, yeah, but I mean, just say you may not be...
Yeah.
You may not, because Sue's hours are erratic and your days are erratic.
They are, yeah.
People are always asking me, when's she coming, when's she coming? I don't know, I never know when you're coming.
Well, I've said I'm working Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday.
Yeah.
I've got Tuesday off, but I'm picking the girls up.
Yeah.
And then I'm Wednesday into Thursday. So it may be Thursday. And Friday I'm off to Lake District.
Oh, okay, you.
I know, jollying about.
You get about.
It's only for a weekend, but...
I'm still jealous. I'm still trying to get over Zoe 24 Carat Crochet. Going and meeting all of our friends. And going to Rhinebeck.
Oh, I'm not talking to her.
No,
not talking to her.
I'm just so jealous.
Well, you never know. Might win lottery.
Well, I've been saying that, and I never have, but, you know.
Yeah, but you never know.
And I did have one of my subscribers say if she wins the lottery, she'll pay for me ticket. So, let's hope anybody wins. If any of you win out there, can you just think about poor little me that would love to come to see. We don't have anything in the UK like that.
I don't think we do,
have
do we?
Ali Pally, that's Alexandra Palace.
Yeah.
But I believe, I mean I've not been, so I can't swear to this, but I believe that it's got very, you know, cards and...
well, no, I had a flyer
things,
for the knitting and stitching show.
They're on.
And there's one at Harrogate.
Yeah, but I don't know why they call them that, because when you get there it's all card making. And they
right,
have a few...
well I've never been. One year I set off, and it was the year I got my first little mini.
Yeah.
And it was sort of late November, and I set off and it was trying to snow, and I thought, oh, it'll be alright.
Yeah.
Carried on going. I thought, oh, this is coming down a bit.
Thick, yeah.
I thought, right, okay. Carried on a bit more, got to Skipton.
Yeah.
And I thought, shall I stop and have a brew? And I thought, no, carry on.
Keep going, yeah.
Went past Skipton, and I'm getting out onto moors and it's sticking to the road, and I thought, So I managed to turn round and I came home, and it was, I think there were a lot of people got stuck there that year. So I thought, phew, at least I got home.
We went one year when I was still with my husband, and we'd been invited by the wool companies were very big in Yorkshire in those days, and they were having this big trade show in Harrogate, and we went there, and it was, like you say, threatening snowing when we were going, and we were invited to our dinner, you know, after the thing. So we went to our dinner. We come out, honestly, it was like winter had arrived while we were in.
Yeah.
And we come over well, we call it over the tops. It's like the little windy roads and that. And I could see my dad didn't want to do it. Now my ex-husband, he wasn't as experienced a driver as me dad, but he was more fearless. So my dad said, "Do you want to drive, Alan?" Because I could see he didn't want to do it. Anyway, we managed to get home safely. obviously.
Well, I think it was the year that we had loads of snow that year, but no, I thought, good call.
But those shows were what I would imagine the trade equivalent of Rhinebeck, because they were spectacular. Because everybody was trying to get, it was when knitting was big, you know, in the 80s, really big. And they were trying to get our trade, because we were quite a big shop and prestigious, you know, they wanted to get us to buy from them. And companies that we didn't deal with were giving me free gifts and everything. Oh, I used to come back loaded with all this gorgeous wool. Oh, I really miss all of that.
Yeah.
All these freebies. Bags we used to get, all sorts of things. Everything they were trying to promote, we got them. I mean, I suppose smaller shops didn't.
Yeah.
But because we were such a big shop, well, we had 3 shops in those days.
Well, yeah.
So getting our custom back in the day was quite a thing for them, you know.
Yeah.
So, I used to get pattern books. I used to say, oh, have you got the pattern for that? I'd love the pattern for that. Well, it's not been printed yet, but we do have a photocopy of it. If you want it, I'll have it. Anyway, what came in the post today? Look at those. I mean, what would you do with those?
They look like instruments of torture.
25mm they are. You know when I got that big knitting book? Well, before I decided that I didn't like doing big knitting, I'd already ordered the needles being stupid. You know, you do, yeah.
Well, never mind. They'll come in useful for something.
Well, prodding somebody, poking somebody. That's 20mm. Now these I had before, and I could only find one. Now I've got lovely patterns for these still upstairs.
Yeah.
And they used to do what they call odd pin knitting. Do you remember that?
Yeah, you
do 1 row on a, say perhaps a 4.5mm needle, and 1 row on this 12.
Yeah.
So I've still got some. Yeah. And then today 1 package came. There's supposed to be 2 from Jacqui, but I don't know where the other one is. I'm going to have to try and either find the post office or whatever. And then there's another package that should have arrived today that came from Ephraim that was stuck in customs, and they promised it would be here yesterday, sorry. And it hasn't come as yet today.
I should get onto the post office.
I'm definitely going to get the
give
post
them a
office.
ring and give them a telling off.
Yeah, well, Jacqui unfortunately put the wrong door number, so I'm going to go first of all up to that house and make sure they haven't got my parcel. But this is a parcel which we're going to have a look at now. So
well, that's it.
We'll just have a look at what it is.
Just destroyed the sellotape so you could get in it.
Yeah, by God, it took some getting destroying as well. Make sure there's no addresses on it. I don't know where the addresses are.
It's here.
Oh right, well we don't want to show the addresses, do we? So inside she sent me some white. What is this one? Daniel has got at these as usual, because Daniel always snaps the labels.
Right.
I don't know what he does. I think he thinks he's Superman. He puts the.
He probably is Superman.
He is Superman.
Hiya, Daniel.
Yeah.
Hope you're feeling a bit better. I've been told that you're not too well.
And they were trying to find their way around Alder Hay Hospital the other day, and it was apparently it's like a maze. It's a new hospital.
Yeah, I should imagine it is.
So it's super soft, baby 4-ply. That one.
Oh, nice.
Nice. Oops, let me put those on there.
It does look lovely and soft.
And what we got? We got some
pink.
Jacqui loves pink. Don't you, Jacqui? I don't know why you've given
me this. Do you know, I love
pink,
but I wouldn't wear it at all. But I, love different shades
I never
of pink.
used to wear pink, but now I've got older and I've changed my hair colour. I wear that like a dusty pink.
Yeah.
I wouldn't wear a baby pink. Although I did wear one, I don't know, it's a blouse or a top one day, and somebody said, oh, it does suit you, that colour. But it's not a colour I would normally go to. Yeah. So I've got 2 pink ones.
Way.
And what have I got in?
Oh, cream.
Cream?
Sort of. Or would you call it cream, or is it a
cream.
very pale lemon?
Again, Daniel's been at these again.
Oh, bless him.
And what have we got in here?
Ooh.
Is this a gift from Daniel? I'm not sure.
Oh, look, it looks knitted.
Yeah, it's got little cables.
It's got cables on it. How nice.
Can you see that? It's got cables down it.
This looks like, one of those...
Like knitted, yeah.
Mug cozies,
yeah,
but it's actually ceramic.
In the ceramic. If that's from you, Daniel, thank you very much. That's lovely. That's lovely. Daniel always sends me something in it. He insists, apparently.
Oh, that's
sending me a bit of something in it. And what have we got? At the bottom, I've got some
Tweedy.
Tweedy. Knitting Essentials. I haven't got my glasses on, so I can't see who's made it. Have you got your glasses on your head?
I've got my glasses on my head. I'll put them on my eyes where they might work a little bit better.
Yeah, you can't see through your forehead, can you?
Oh, that's nice. It's got like a
little
tweedy
bits of flex in it, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, can you see it there? Yeah, that's nice. Nice mannish kind of colour.
Yeah.
I always knit my niece's husband, I suppose he's my nephew-in-law, isn't he, really? I always knit him a new hat for Christmas.
Yeah.
So that'd be lovely for him.
It's hand wash only, but it's not. It's a acrylic and viscose.
Oh, I'm sure it'd
So I'm
survive.
sure that'd survive in a wash.
I think they put hand wash only just to frighten you, really, I think. Well, they don't want to take responsibility for it if it shrinks. I mean, I've put loads of things that said dry clean only.
I know, but the thing is, it's if you just do them on a low temperature.
Yeah, very low sort of.
And then air dry them rather than putting them in the dryer.
Oh, tumble dry is the killer, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, this sweater here, I killed it.
I mean, sometimes it's a good thing because it softens up.
Yeah, this is cotton, which is machine washable, and this is supposed to be machine washable, but it was acrylic. I put the edge in because I couldn't find any purple cotton.
Right.
And it's fluffed it. It's killed it, but never mind.
It doesn't look like it's dead.
It's only dead. I'm always killing my woolies. I'm terrible.
Oh no, that's lovely. Yeah. That nice.
So thank you very much, Jacqui and Daniel. And I do hope your elbow's mending, Daniel. It's not nice for poor little soul, is it, with his elbow in plaster?
Oh no, you sort of can't imagine.
Oh, he's...
You know, we'll have having problems with your elbow.
We'll have to get him a crash hat when he falls over so he don't break his head. There's a picture.
Or elbow pads and knee pads like skateboarders.
She sent me a picture and they must have bought him a new toy. And it was massive in a box like that. It was bigger than Daniel. He was
bless.
Holding it.
Yeah, I bet he was really pleased with it. I don't know
what it was. It was either a tractor and a trailer or an articulated lorry or something, but it's huge it was. And he's only Diddy, even though he's 5, he's only like Diddy. And he was like that holding this box. Oh dear. So I'm still going through hat patterns. If you saw my video from the one previous to this one, I did some hats, and Jade took the headbands.
Oh right.
She liked the 2 crossover headbands, and she took the red scarf that was big wooden buttons on it, like that headscarf, cowl neck thing.
Yeah.
So I've got 3 hats still left. She did like the turbany one, but she didn't like it in the open stitch.
Right.
She said she liked the style of it, but not in that granny stitch.
Yeah. I must admit, I like that black one with the flower and feathers.
Yeah, I love that one, but it came out too deep, so it was like over my eyes here. And of course I made the mistake of sewing the flower and the feathers on. So I'm going to have to devise some way of sewing them onto a clip or something. Yeah. So that they can be taken off, because the feathers won't wash.
Oh gosh, no.
And the flower's made out of felt.
Right, yeah.
That's not a washable flower either. So, I mean, it's a basic one from the Double Stitch Twins, but I've seen it many, many times made up by the Double Stitch Twins and other people. They put beads on it, glittery things on it, you know, trimmed it up. But I still think it should be shorter, so it comes like that and then goes down at the side. Yeah. That one's sort of like really flapper that it comes.
But it's nice. Yeah. I like the style, and it's sort of just that bit different.
Yeah, yeah. I'm going to definitely make more of them. Do you know, last night I spent all last night ploughing through all my patterns for hats and going through all my magazine-y things. Well, not the magazines, I haven't got to them yet. Yeah. But I couldn't decide. No. No, I couldn't decide on what I wanted to make next.
I must admit, I think do another flapper hat. Yeah. With less depth in it.
Yeah, and see how that one goes, I still haven't put those cardigans on Etsy yet.
Have you not? Mind you, there's me. I've not brought the shawls to go on Etsy yet.
How can I go outside and take a photograph today? It's not actually raining now, but it was before.
It's dismal, isn't it?
Dismal, yes.
Yeah, and it's dismal. I think it's about the first day of rain I've seen since our Indian summer ended.
No, it was raining yesterday. Was it?
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Oh no, it wasn't near me.
Yeah, it threw it down yesterday.
Did it?
Yeah.
Mind you, when we were in Scotland, it was some party conference in Manchester.
Yeah, and it was raining.
Yeah. And I popped the news on for something and I thought, oh, haha, it's raining in Manchester.
Yeah.
I felt so good because it wasn't in Scotland.
Did you see that in Manchester? The Manchester Angels, they sort of give notice that they're going to sort of take over or squat in an empty building. They don't use homes. They go into business type buildings.
Yeah.
Anyway, they gave notice to the owners of this, like, what used to be a stock exchange, that they were going to take it over until it was being used. And Gary Neville, you know, from the football, owns it. And he's not getting the builders in until February.
Oh, yeah, they've
so
said,
he's given them permission to stay in it till January.
I just hope they don't wreck it.
No,
because
they
I mean,
said
I know
they're not going to.
You know the ones that are members of that organisation won't do, but you know.
Well, the Manchester Angels have said they're going to only have 30 people in it.
Yeah.
And they're going to patrol it, kind of thing. And then while they're there, they're going to get people in from the social services.
Yeah.
You know, and people to see them for doctors and try to get them off that.
Yeah.
You know, the homeless situation. And I thought, how nice of him to say that they can stay there legally.
Yes.
And that he won't move them on. So they know that they're sort of warm now until
February.
Yeah. Well, they've promised him they'd be out by the end of January.
Yeah.
They've given him a promise. But I mean, he's gutting the place anyway.
Yeah.
So if they do wreck it a bit, you know.
I
hope they don't wreck it, but he says they're not asking for any money off anybody, but they wanted donations of beds or bedding or anything like that. They don't want money because that's not how they run. No. They run by donations of you know, food and things like that. And they're hoping to set up like a proper kitchen in it so they can cook some meals. Yeah. And I thought, how lovely. That made me want to do even more my hats for the homeless.
Yeah.
I mean, I did get a donation from a friend of mine. She's brought me some lovely wool, but it's fluffy.
It's very fluffy.
Very fluffy. So I somehow...
It's sort of mohair.
I don't think my homeless are going to want fluffies, but it'll come in useful for something else. I mean, if I work that blue in with something that isn't too fluffy, because the blue's not mohair, is it? It's just like brushed. No. So maybe if I ran it along with a double knit in a different colour. That's it. Yeah. Yeah. And I intend to do lots of stripy ones because I've got. Oh.
And that white isn't too bad either. There's a big ball of white that's
slightly fluffy, isn't it?
I'd say it was more brushed than
fluffy. Yeah.
Like mohair content.
Yeah. So I've got lots and lots of small balls.
Stripy hats.
I know, and they're cluttering up my garage. They really are. And I'm one of these. It breaks me heart to put anything in the bin. You know, it really does. So I'm thinking I really must get my big hook out and make some just beanies of various descriptions and that, because they were asking for donations. Because they'd asked for donations of socks actually. But I'm not into making socks. I'm sorry, but I'm not.
No.
But I don't mind making a few hats, or even scarves if I get my Addy out. Yeah. I made hats on the Addy, but people in the US have made lovely hats on the Addy, the big Addy, you know, the standard Addy. But somehow or other, my hats always come out either too stiff if I use a chunky. So they're too stiff so they don't stretch. But if I use a double knitting, they're like a fishing net. You know,
yes, I know what you mean. Mind you, after saying that, I made a grey hat for John on my Addy. And he wears it like when he's going out fishing and what have you. And
but what did you use? Did you use?
It was a cheap Aran.
Yeah, I Aran is going to be the way forward.
Yeah, but it was only a cheapie, I must admit.
Surprisingly enough. Yeah, surprisingly enough,
it's got enough stretching. I must admit, he's got a big head. I mean, I don't mean that nastily. He has physically got a large head.
I've got a tiny head. This is why when I try any hats on, I'm never sure whether they're going to be okay on Etsy. Because if I put them on, they literally come over my eyebrow. Mind you, I gave Jade my furry hat. I bought a furry hat and it was supposed to come over my ears. And it didn't even reach my top of my ears. But Jade's got an even smaller head than me.
Oh, wow.
So it fitted, and she goes, oh, I feel quite Russian. You know, those like...
Yeah.
And she goes, oh, I love stroking it. It's so lovely and stroking it. I said, well, take it home with you. I'm having a clear out.
I must admit, I do. I struggle with hats.
I'm having a clear out of my stuff, yeah.
It's to...
I need to really go through things and get rid of a load of sugar. I was being polite then. A load of sugar out of my wardrobe. Well, it began with an S, but it didn't. It ended with a T, but it's not sugar. Stuff that I've hung on to, hoping I'll slim into it, and I
know, but it's just actually.
I just haven't, and it's just ridiculous. I keep in all this stuff.
And it's taking the plunge and actually doing it, isn't it? It's
Well, I'm planning on moving bedrooms, not until the winter's over, because the radiator doesn't work in the other bedroom.
Right.
But when my son's here, they're squashed in the smaller room. Yeah. They don't have much room to move about in. So when they come back next time, they're only here for a week, so I can't be bothered doing that because I'll be cold, you know.
Yeah.
But when they come in next summer, I'm gonna get them to move everything around, you know, move the beds around, because they need a bigger bed, really. Yeah. When they bought a different bed, because I didn't have a bed, they bought a cheaper bed, and it's just not big enough for them, really. It's just too small. But there's no room for a bigger bed in that small bedroom.
No.
Well, it's not a small bedroom, it's a double bedroom, but it's smaller. So I said I'll swap over.
Yeah.
Because actually that other bedroom is actually a warmer bedroom than the front bedroom. Well, it is when it gets a radiator working. Because the sun streams in the back bedroom in the morning. It's lovely out there. But with the bedroom upstairs has got the bay window, so they can swap the bed around and put the bed somewhere. Yeah. So that's what we'll be doing when it comes to next. But that's next summer, not now.
No.
So I've got time to save up for a new bed, because my bed's a bit knackered as well. But I'm not having a king size, I'm having a smaller one.
Right.
Well, if I have a smaller bed, it'll make more room in the room, won't it?
That's true, yeah. You get a 3/4.
Yeah, yeah.
I know somebody who's bought a 3/4 bed just recently.
Yeah.
And it's made a small bedroom
look bigger.
Look a lot bigger.
Yeah. I'm not ready to go into a single bed yet.
No.
Because I turn it over too much, I'll be out the other side, won't I? But, yeah. I think a 3/4 bed would fit nice in there. And then eventually, when I get round to it, I want new wardrobes in the back.
Yeah.
Fitted wardrobes in the back. But for the time being, I'll make do with the...
Yeah.
I've got a big sliding wardrobe in there, so I'll make do with that for the time being. Which means I have to get rid of a lot of sugar. I do this every now and again, and it all goes to the charity shop or whatever, because I can't be bothered with eBay.
I know what...
Well, my stuff's good, and there's lots of life left into it, but it isn't what people would want to pay money for, I don't think anyway, on eBay. It's
too... but you're doing something good by sending it to the charity shop. I must admit, you know...
I gave 14 bags, well, not to the homeless as much. I gave them to the Women's Refuge Centre in Manchester. Is that a beep? No.
I don't think so.
No, it wasn't a beep. I hope it wasn't
a beep. We'll carry on.
We'll carry on regardless. If we vanish again as usual, don't we?
Well, yeah.
Because over there on the television is the timer. So why is it doing over there on the television when it should be over here with timing me?
Well, these things happen.
I know, because I'm stupid. Oh look, there's my shopping list. Wondered where that was.
Oh well. Mind you, I do that, write a shopping list and then leave it in the kitchen.
Yeah, well I've got a shopping list in the kitchen by the kettle.
Get halfway round the supermarket and think.
But I knew I'd started writing one before, because prescription isn't on that other one in there.
Right. And you're sort of like halfway round thinking, now did I need or didn't I need whatever it was.
But I write a short list, you know, sort of like there's 4 items on the list. And then why do I come out with a trolley for when I've spent 60 quid? When I live on my own.
We all do that, Jan. We all do that.
I mean, I started watching that programme on TV, like Eat Less.
Oh, Eat Well for Less.
Eat Well for Less. Yeah. But it doesn't really work when you're on your own. Because, you know, they're saying buy this bag of potatoes and that. I mean, the time I've got through, halfway through, the bag started sprouting, you know, and I have to throw it away anyway. So it's much easier for me to just buy a pack of mash, you know, like ready-made mash or something, because I might only want potatoes once a week.
Yeah.
So it doesn't really work with me. You know, even fruit, when you buy like 6 apples in a bag,
Yeah.
I might eat 2 with gusto.
Yeah.
Go through 3 and 4, not very liking them that much, and then 5 and 6 get chucked in the bin.
Yeah.
Because I like variety.
Yeah.
I like 2 apples, 2 oranges.
Yeah,
you know, I
because
don't
sometimes
want
they don't
bags, yeah.
always have what you want
No.
loose, do they?
No.
You know.
I mean, bananas, I seem to buy bananas, and I only eat them when they're yellow and green. I don't eat them when they're brown or yellow.
No, I'm not fan of overripe.
Yeah. So every week,
Bananas
like, I'll buy
at
4
all.
bananas and eat 2. Maybe 3 if I'm lucky, and throw the 4th one away.
Yeah, but the thing is, if you only bought 3,
I'd want another one. Yeah, I
you'd
know.
want another one.
And you feel mean just buying 2 bananas, don't
No,
you?
but if that's what all
That's what
you
I
need,
eat, yeah.
that's all you need.
But whenever I look at the loose bananas, they're always the overripe ones. And the ones that are nice and firm and green
Are in the bags,
are in
yeah.
the bags, yeah. Or in bunches of about 12 or something.
Yeah.
And I'm like, this surreptitiously sneaking 3 off this big bunch of 12, you know. Thinking, do you think they'll notice I've just took 3 bananas?
I think a lot of people do that. I wouldn't have...
Yeah. And cherries have gone out of season and I love cherries. I don't like what they call frozen fruit.
No, it's not the
It's
same. It's alright for
tasteless.
baking.
And it's alright if you're making a smoothie.
Yeah.
But it's
not.
tasteless and watery if you're
Yeah.
making... I'm sorry, but I just don't like it. And tarty. I got some winter berries one time.
Oh,
Winter
yeah.
fruits or something. Ooh! Talk about... It was like eating a lemon. It was... Ooh! Terrible.
I got some for some... Oh, that was it.
Mm.
Our Megs was into making smoothies and what have you. And we went out and bought